Hello, friends. I hope you guys are doing good. Um, as expected, India defeated West Indies in the third ODI and clinched the series. It was something which was on expected lines. Although India lost the second one day, but it was more of you know it was more in it was more India's loss than West Indies won it because India really played pathetic cricket in that. But no one has any doubt that India is going to win this series in spite of playing with a young team. Um, but the big question is, did this series help India in any way with their World Cup preparation? That's a big question. We will discuss about it today. We will also discuss about what are the pluses and minuses of this three ODI series for India, who were the stars, who flopped, and what things we can expect in Asia Cup. Um, but before I start this video, I have a humble request. Please subscribe to my channel. If you're visiting my channel for the first time, you can go ahead and you can watch my previous videos as well. You can like this video, you can share your valuable feedback, and you can share this video in your friend group. Um, I want to tell you that this is a new channel. I just started it few months ago, and every new subscription is very valuable, very motivating for me. So please subscribe to my channel and help me grow my channel. Thank you very much. Okay, great. As I mentioned that India won the third ODI and won the series on the expected lines. Um, let's quickly have a quick summary of that of the third ODI, which was played yesterday. West Indies won the toss and they decided to field first. They thought that just like in second ODI, they can restrict India to below 200 and then they will chase. But this time, pitch was far better than what it was in the second ODI. And West Indies bowlers they also uh, deviated from the right line in length. They just got excited because in second ODI, the Mario Shifford, he made Indian batsmen hop with the short pitch delivery. A lot of players got out either when they were trying to play shots or they were defending, and it gave a notion or it gave an impression to West Indies team that if they keep on bowling short pitch stuff, they can get wickets. However, both Ishan Kishan and Shubman Gill are pretty good player of short pitch balls. They have good pull shot and hook shot, and they really capitalize on West Indies bowlers who really deviated a lot with the right line and length. They gave a fantastic opening stand, and at one time it seemed that India will definitely they can score even 400 runs. However, Ishan Kishan got out after scoring a well-made 70 odd runs, and then Ruturaj, who was playing his first match in this tour, he could not do much. He got out at 8 runs, but then we saw Sanju Samson coming and playing a very attacking inning. Uh, as expected, West Indies brought leg spinner the moment Sanju Samson came. But Sanju Samson start attacking from the first ball itself. He smoked the first ball for a six, and from that point onwards, he didn't allow both the spinners to settle down. He kept on attacking both of them, and he ensured that in the middle overs when shot making was getting a bit difficult because, as Shubman Gill said in the end, that um, attacking the old ball was getting difficult, but because of that attacking and entertaining in by Sanju Samson, India were able to maintain a run rate of around 7. But Sanju got out after scoring a well-made half century, and then really after his wicket there was a passage of around 7-8 overs when India really struggled. They were not able to score runs. Pandya, he was taking his time as he came, um, as to settle down, and Shubman Gill all of a sudden, from playing from at a strike rate of 120 odd, he all of a sudden the strike rate became 80 odd in a passage of time, and then Shubman Gill got out. Sky Surya Kumar Yadav, he also struggled, but West Indies, they were pretty generous, and they gifted him 4 or 5 full tosses, which he really capitalized and ensured that he ended up playing a decent 30 odd runs. But Hardik Pandya, he ensured that India scored a very good total of 350 odd runs. He really tonked West Indies ballers in the last 3 4 overs. So at one time, especially at the 42-43 over mark, it seems that India will end up scoring somewhere around 320 odd runs, but because of Pandya's inning, India ended up at 351. In the bowling, because West Indies required a run rate of 7 runs per over, and because West Indies players, they don't have experienced players, or even players who are experienced, they due to some reasons they don't want to grind. If you look at the entire West Indies team, only Sai Hope is a player, their captain, who knows how to build an inning in one day. He knows that you need to take time initially, even if you're chasing a run rate of 6 7 or more than 7. If you take some time, and if you're able to get the right the line and length and how pitch is behaving, then definitely you can talk bowlers later on. And talking about West Indies, they have a lot of firepower. They have a lot of players who can play amazing innings. Even their bowlers, they are pretty good hitters. But somehow West Indies, they just they could not plan their inning, and they started losing wicket in heaps. At one time, they were struggling at 80 odd runs. 8 wickets had fallen on around 88 runs. But ninth wicket partnership between the spinner, their West Indies spinner, and Joseph scored to around 150 odd runs. It was again an entertaining inning where both of them attacked Indian bowlers. And yes, a lot of people are saying that this is India's very big problem, that they are unable to clear the tail. So just want to tell you on this is that if you look at India's bowling, there were no death bowlers. I mean, Mukesh Kumar, he was playing his first series, and even in IPL he was not a good death bowler. Jaydev Unadak, we know how he can leak a lot of runs. Shardul Thakur, he may take wicket, but he also gives a lot of runs. So there was no death bowler. So definitely that was a point. But in later series, like in Asia Cup and World Cup, we will have Siraj, we will have Bumrah, by God grace. So there will be a lot of options in the death at that time. So yeah, so in this way, India won the third ODI. Now talking about what were the benefits, I mean, like I asked a very important question, that did this series really help India in their World Cup series final for their World Cup preparation? I don't think so, because there are a lot of things which they tried. They sacrificed Sharma and Kohli, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. They didn't play both of them in second and third ODI because they wanted to try the other players, especially India is really looking for a player who can play at fourth or fifth position because uh, although Shreyas Iyer and Rahul are recovering, but it can take time and it can be a touch and go. I'm sure India does not want to play either of them without having any match practice. They cannot play directly in the World Cup, which means, as the thing stands, there's a big doubt whether they will be part of Asia Cup or not, which is going to start just in a month's time, even less than month's time, which leave only one series, that is against Australia. So again, it's touch and go, and India does not want to be in a situation where they end up pushing, uh, half players who might have recovered, but they don't have that match practice, and end up losing badly. So one of the main thing which India wanted to see was who can play that inning at fourth or fifth. Um, Unfortunately for India, India kept on trying Surya Kumar Yadav, uh, because he has such a fantastic T20 record, and everyone thought that even if he is able to replicate half of his form what he did in T20 in ODI, that will be enough. But unfortunately, he's really struggling, and I don't think so. He should be getting any more chance going forward in Asia Cup. He should not be getting chances, and someone else should be tried. Sanju Samson, still better. I mean, he got two matches to play, and in second ODI he got out cheaply, but in third he really scored beautifully, hit some amazing shots. But again, there's a big question mark that can he play the same kind of inning against quality attack. I mean, a bowling attack like Australia, Pakistan, um, South Africa, England, they have very quality seam bowling attack and spin as well. Uh, so yeah, both the things did not work the way Indian team management, especially Rahul Dravid, wanted to be. Another thing which India tried was opening with Ishan Kishan and Shubman Gill. Now it created a very tricky situation. We all know that Rohit Sharma is not at all comfortable batting at any other position except opening. So, by playing Ishan Kishan in all the three ODIs and asking him to open, does that mean that India is considering opening with Shubman Gill and Ishan Kishan going forward, and maybe Rohit Sharma at third and Virat Kohli at fourth? I mean, that can be a very good option, and that can somehow solve the issue of the middle order, which is really plaguing India from a very long time, especially batting at fourth position. Because if we have Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli at third and fourth, they can really, one out of both of them can really steer the innings till 50th over and ensure that there is no collapse. But again, I mean, talking about Ishan Kishan, even he is not comfortable batting in middle order. So if you have to play Ishan Kishan, he has to open. He cannot play on fourth or fifth. He does not have that game to be a middle order player. Um, so that was another finding in this is. The third one, which was clearly indicated, was that Indian team management prefers Kuldeep Yadav over over Chahal, at least for ODI version. Now again, it will be interesting to see whether they keep on doing the same thing in Asia Cup or not. But yes, the way they have given indications, I don't think so it's going to change. Two spinners who are going to play will be Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav. Chahal and Akshar Patel will be backup for these two players. But they will be the main spinner, and maybe in World Cup, if we have some some spin friendly pitches like in Chennai and other ground, and if our opposition is is someone who is not comfortable against spin, India may play three spinners, and then we might see either Akshar or Chahal in the team. Um, Yeah, so these are few findings from this series. Talking about the individual performance, Ishan Kishan really grabbed the opportunity. Um, he last year as well, he performed amazingly well. Opening the inning, he scored that wonderful double century. But after that, because you know India have to play Shubman Gill and Rohit Sharma in opening, so Ishan Kishan could not get the benefit of that double century, and he got opportunity, but in the middle overs where he was not able to score runs. But this time again, when he got the opportunity to open, he scored half century in all the three innings, and he looked comfortable. I mean, I understand that in third ODI in tomorrow, yesterday in Trinidad, pitch was batting friendly, but it was not in first two ODIs where he played a very decent knock. So yeah, that's the biggest point for India, biggest gain. Um, Other thing will be India will be real pleased the way Mukesh Kumar is shaping up. Yes, his pace is still gentle. I mean, he bowls in 130, 132 odd, with a speed of 130, 132. But he really has a very good line length. He can swing the ball. So if he's properly groomed, maybe if his speed can be increased by maybe 10 kilometers more, if we start bowling in 135, 140, he can be very effective. And also if he can crack the code of bowling in the death, having um, slowers and bouncers, good bouncers, slowers and yorkers, he can really be a big asset for India going forward. um, Kuldeep Yadav was decent, but again, we all know that West Indies are not that comfortable against spin. Having said that, it does not take anything away from the way Kuldeep Yadav performed in all the three ODIs. He's getting the same rhythm back, which made him the deadly spinner in 2017, 2018. He's getting his rhythm back. He is bowling with more speed, and he's getting his variations right. So that will be a very good news for India. Pandya, the way he captained in second and third ODI, and the way he came back into form by scoring that 75 odd runs. Mind you, this half century Pandya scored after a very long time. I believe after he made a comeback in 2022, he has not scored any half century till now, at least in ODI. So that was a big thing. However, there's a big question about Pandya's role. I mean, we all know that team wants Hardik Pandya to be a finisher who might have to bat only for 2-3 overs or 4-5 overs. Now, you cannot expect a finisher to consume balls in the initial and then start hitting. Yes, there will be scenarios where you have to do that, but generally you need someone who can just come and smoke ballers, score that quick 30, 35 odd runs in maybe 15, 20 balls. And that is something going to be very tricky, because we saw yesterday that Pandya is trying to mold himself in Dhoni's role, where he will consume balls and then he will smash ballers later on. However, that might force India to think about some other finisher. I mean, we all know that Jadeja can be a good finisher, but that role is tricky for Pandya, and team management has to think on it, and they have to decide exactly how they want to take it. So these were some of the plus points from the series. If you talk about the minuses, so definitely struggling Sky is a big minus. Uh, Definitely, in my view, he should not get any other chance now in ODIs. Maybe after World Cup, he can again be tried in ODI to see whether he can, he has molded his game or not. But he should not be, tried again. Let give others opportunity so that they can mold their game. They can showcase what they have. Even someone like Ruturaj, who's a good opener, he can play decently in the middle order as well. I mean, he's not getting enough opportunities because definitely as an opener there are already three openers in the team, in fact four if we consider Rahul as well, who is currently injured. So uh, getting opening position will be a bit tricky for Rituraj, but he might be, team manager might try him in on fourth or fifth position to see how he can perform. We have Sanju Samson, who is decently, who has performed decently when he has good average, and team management should persist, if not with Ruturaj, with Sanju Samson, but they should not give any more chances to Sky. Um, yeah, that was the biggest minus. Apart from that, Shubman Gill, yeah, he has a fantastic, amazing air. He has already scored 5-6 centuries. India were expecting more, but Shubman Gill just could not get the kind of runs which was expected from him in first two ODIs. But in third, he came back in form. And the best thing is that he's not struggling. It's not that he's unable to time the ball, everything. So it should not be a lot of concern. So, I mean, because of the things which the India tried in this series, it has rather than getting answers, it has opened a lot of other questions. Because the biggest question is how you're going to make Ishan play in 11 and have him batting in, have him opening the inning. Uh, because when Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are back, what positions they are going to bat? Like I just suggested, that the best way would be to open with Ishan Kishan and Shubman Gill, and Rohit Sharma at third and Kohli at fourth. It will really give a very good stability to Indian batting lineup. But it will be interesting to see what Dravid thinks. Talking about bowling, definitely Bumrah is selected for the Ireland series as a captain. Although it's a T20 series, but it will definitely show us whether Bumrah has got the same rhythm back which he had before he got injured, the pace and swing. If that happens, then definitely India will be very happy. Then bowling issues will be resolved with Siraj, Bumrah, Shami. Shardul Thakur is performing decently well. So bowling lineup issue will be sorted out. Spinners are already sorted. So a lot of unanswered questions might be we might get an answers for them in the Asia Cup, which will start from 30th August. And it will be more kind of a dress rehearsal for the World Cup, because after for the multi-team competition like World Cup, you cannot prepare by playing bilateral series. Asia Cup is going to give you the right picture when you're playing in a multi-team tournament, whether India have covered all their bases or not. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching my video. Once again, please subscribe to my channel and help me with your feedback. So once again, thank you, and you have a great day. Bye. Take care.